I don't think I have any patience. Let's do this. Oh, fall time is awesome. You wanna know why it's so awesome? Because the weather's just so awesome. It's just like beautiful. I'm in a t-shirt, I'm not hot, but I'm not cold. It's comfortable, the wind's still, the major farm work is done. So what do we possibly do with ourselves when it's this awesome out? Well, you know, normal people would take off and go to a lake house, you know, if they owned one. But we're not normal. Instead, we're gonna shingle a roof, because this is the time that you do this kind of work, because we don't have time to do it any other time of the year. Farmers have time. It's just always consumed by work, which is good. Keeps us limber, keeps our joints moving, and lets us use things like that. So let's fire up the 844. I'm gonna crush the side of my dad's house with this thing. No, let's not do that. But I'm gonna get close to it and use this bucket to throw all the shingles in. And then I made a makeshift shingle remover by welding a piece of angle iron to the bottom of the shovel that I'll later cut off and grind smooth again. And then we will get my dad's house all worked up. And I got a nice pair of AGI gloves here. Thanks, AGI. My dad worked his tail off helping with the lake house during the winter last winter. So it's only fitting that I help him do work to his house when he needs it. That's what family does. We just help each other out. And it's not a, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. It's, we'll always scratch your back. But if you're available, you can come scratch my back. Does that make sense? Absolutely. 3 days later. It's okay, we had a couple interruptions, but the rain is coming tonight and tomorrow, so it's a good thing we get this done. It's been a few years since this roof's seen a nice shingle job done, and these shingles do look really good. But yeah, good after harvest job. Check that off the list of 1,000 items I need done. And it's always growing, always. But that's okay, that's what we're here for. Get the job done. Oh, this poor truck. It's only got a 427 in it, and it's not running at 100% anyways. The cart's only supposed to be pulled 20 miles an hour. Well, lucky for that cart, I can only go 20 miles an hour with this truck. But we're getting there. We would have pulled it with a different tractor if we had, but our Magnum's got a nasty crack in one of the wheels, so we gotta get that fixed. We have a new tire coming for it, or one of the tires. Our big bud drawbar is still broke, so we gotta fix that on the bud. And the other big bud's got a tire that needs replaced too. All of things that are on our list of things to do this fall, which we haven't done yet. So this truck is the next step to pull this cart. But it's doing it. I only got about 15 miles to go. We're making it. Cart's dropped off, but we're not leaving empty-handed. No, we hooked onto something else, and let's just say it's gonna be awesome. So we'll find out soon enough, but I'm gonna drive this thing back. A lot lighter though, a lot lighter than that cart, a lot lighter. Harvest is finished. And we had time to just kind of breathe a little bit, relax, spend time with our families, and that was very much needed. And it was awesome. It was great. Not enough time to do that, but since it's so beautiful outside, I kind of figure we need to do something. And one of the things on the to check off on the list is clean up around the place. And I thought, why not go start a backhoe and dig a hole?
These batteries are charged?
I don't know. We'll find out. I've got a lot of memories on this backhoe. We've had it for many, many years, and it just keeps on chugging along and keeps running, surprisingly. But it does need a little air in the tire, needs a little bit of radiator fluid. I checked the oil, it's good on it. And we're gonna start it up, run it over to the shop, check a few things, grease things, and then let's go dig holes.
big, massive concrete slab has just been a nuisance to farm around. Well, not farm around, but work around. Because if you look at it, all these nice bins in a row, we can set up the auger, we can pull grain from it, but the trucks always have to drive around these 3 bins and this slab right here. So we're going to try, if this little backhoe can do it. It's like a little caboose that could. I think I can. Come on, John Deere. You think you can? Let's go ahead and just rip out as much as we can. But these big pillars on here are really massive and they go way down. So the idea is we'll dig holes next to the pillars and we'll take the front end loader and we'll try to push them in the holes and we'll just bury those things underneath the ground. Because we're not going to ever do anything in this area anyways. It's just going to be driving semis back and forth. So Bucket's over here, literally, he's using a bucket and he's going to just kind of mess around, dig a trench, and we'll reposition the backhoe, pull that concrete in, keep breaking it up, move it out of the way, and I'm just going to clean up the slab and get it ready so that we can keep on moving one direction.
Okay, well, I'm going to run over and see what the boys are doing. And what do you want to do? Kobe? Huh? Well, get in. No, not on my seat. You can't drive this time. No, you go over there. Yeah, you just got your permit for training. You got to be on that side. Okay, I'm gonna find out what's going on. Maybe get a bird's eye view. Hey, Cubby, can you get up here? Come on. You know, this is the first time I've been up here on this bin. So, I should show you around. That's north. There's the 3 Sweetgrass Hills. Right over this hill, just over it, is where the homestead is. That's where this all started. That's to the Midwest, and of course, Southwest, and you can see the Rocky Mountains barely in the distance.
He's doing a fantastic job. He's digging down. It's probably a 5-foot wall. More like a 4.5. But if you can remove all this, then the wall can push forward and break out. This thing is kind of a behemoth. It's unnecessary to have it this big, but they did things in the back in the day that were overkill, and things to laugh. Yeah, that loader makes quick work. I dug this out a little bit. I'll probably have to dig more. You can tell there's a little bit of a hole there now. But we need to get this wall taken care of. And I've got to start on that side over there. Keep peeling the wall over with the front end loader when he gets that trench dig. Get to this point and then kind of peel this over and remove it. Love to see this farm cleaner and more organized, and seeing this here is just a trash eyesore. And I think it's going to be really nice when we get this done. If we can get it done. If that old girl keeps on running. Poor thing just keeps on, well, putting away. I guess from my understanding, that could be like a 1964-ish. That's the year, so it's got some years on it. But it keeps running.
As you notice, there's no squeaking. They must have listened to you guys and put some grease in the pins.
as you can tell, Nick has not been cleaning the shop very much. I think he needs to get on that a little bit. Yeah, that's not very clean. Anyways, I've got a couple things to do. For one, see the 600 Big Bud? We got plans for the girl. Some big plans, which means this thing needs to be operational for the plans we got going on. We cannot use it because that drawbar right there is cracking out and ready to break off. So for me to fix it, I'm going to remove the drawbar, pull that whole bracket assembly off, and fix these 2 cracks on each side. They're pretty nasty. For me to fix them correctly, I believe it's going to be best for me to have that off so I can fix it correctly instead of welding it up on there. So let's get to work. Let's pull it off because, well, this tractor has some work ahead of it. So yeah, let's get to work. As you could tell, there was quite a smile on that, it's like a 2-inch by 4-inch beam that goes across. And what I was hoping is using the back of the tractor as the weight and basically making a press to try to press that straight or get it kind of straight. And it's working, but now I'm just lifting the tractor. So I'm kind of thinking either 2 things. I leave it overnight, maybe the weight of the tractor will start bending it to where it needs to go, and then I can take it all off and go weld it all up tomorrow. Or I apply heat and get that thing a little warm so it can start bending a little faster. Now you have to understand, this is a 1979 Big Bud. That's a lot of years and a lot of stress that's taken. I'm amazed it's held up as good as it has, but it didn't hold up good enough, so gotta fix it. I don't think I have any patience. Let's do this. Well, that worked a lot easier than just letting it sit overnight. It's straighter, like it's pretty wore out, to be honest. The 2-inch actually probably narrows down to 1 3/4 because it's that wore. But after I beef it up, I think it'll be fine. It'll get us by until we decide to do something else, or like I said, maybe we'll just keep it that way for a very, very long time. But that's a farmer fix. If it doesn't break again, you're good.
Harvest is done, and then a lot of jobs that get put off during the summer need to be started, and so I joined the asphalt pavement crew, and we're going to seal a few cracks. A few cracks have developed in our armor, so we need to fill those so that water won't run in. And what I'm showing you is I have in front of my house, this area was asphalted pavement, and what happens with it, of course, it's going to shrink. So as you can see here, it is what it's cracked up to be. We're going to fill those, and we're going to try this product. It's a liquid asphalt filler right here, and it's got a little funnel. You screw, invert, put it on the top, cut the tip off, and then you can just pour the asphalt down in the cracks. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the air that we have in our service truck, and I'm going to be blowing out the dirt out of these cracks so that asphalt filler can fall into the crack. So I'll show you how it's done. For all you professionals out there, I'm not a professional, so you can comment, but this is the way I know. So we got to find all the cracks, blow all the dirt and loose debris out so that the filler can run in. And the purpose of that is asphalt does not like to have moisture underneath. cracks open up, allows the rain when it rains, snow melt, whatever, to run down into the cracks, into the substructure of the driveway or road bed, and softens it. Well, then without a firm base, that asphalt moves and then you start tearing it apart. So we're going to try to save this. I know sometime in about another couple years, 3 years, I'll need to resurface the top of this to put another little chip coat on, sealer. But right now we'll just go ahead and do the cracks. It's not my fault that this asphalt is cracked. Okay, 5 jugs later, we blew out and got the cracks all filled. My thoughts after this is, boy, let it rain.
This grain bagger that we got to use this year, thank you Loft Ness. I really appreciate the opportunity. It was fantastic. We had absolutely no problems. It was fantastic to use. And thank you so much for not having us put 30 to 40,000 bushels on the ground. That was such a blessing. We look forward to the time that we can unload those bags and see what it's like to use the unloader. But no, this has been fun. I hope you guys have been able to enjoy a little bit of this and see how they do the baggers, because, well, I've always been curious too, so.
Okay, we're heading to the lake house. Got a wonderful little gift here. Those aren't cows. They're actually buffalo. Bison is really probably the correct term. And coming over the hill, I'd say they probably have somewhere around 500-600 or plus, maybe 800. And got some big bulls and a bunch of calves. But yeah, it's cool.